All right, Kingdom Hearts. I recently just finished playing KH3. I played most of the games, not all of them for obvious reasons, but I basically caught up with the stories with most of the characters, and I really love Kingdom Hearts. It's a great series. I'm very happy I got into it. It's all thanks to a good friend of mine, Jojo, for his enthusiasm and passion for the series that inspired me to try the series out again after I kind of dropped out a bit as a kid. But what about you, Zeruda?
Believe it or not, I just recently got into it, like back in 2017, I believe, when my friend introduced me to play the game. And I loved it so much because I was playing the first game. I decided to, in fact, Kingdom Hearts is the reason why I started playing PlayStation
Oh,
and,
nice.
expand on my my gamer stuff. So now I can play other stuff. And I even have a very, very crappy Kingdom Hearts gameplay. I'm thinking about deleting it because it's just so bad.
Don't. I need to watch it for my amusement.
It's bad. Like, it's really bad. I don't know if I want anybody.
Exactly. I want to watch it so I can make fun of you for how bad it is.
Yeah, no, it's bad. And the audio quality is just garbage up until a certain point when I finally learned how to, like, actually, like, manipulate, like, sound quality. Anyways, let's just get to the ships before I embarrass myself further.
All right, let's start with Beast and Belle from Kingdom Hearts.
I definitely want to say high A tier just because, I mean, it's like obviously based off the original Disney one and it's really, really good. But at the same time, it's like, compared to like their original counterparts, I wouldn't put it above A tier.
Yeah, I never actually seen the original Disney movie.
Yeah, no, it's really good, but it's also, I wouldn't say it normalized it, but it definitely had Stockholm Syndrome signs in there.
Compared to like Joker and Harley, I say this is like the healthier, good ending route.
Oh, yeah, no, compared to that ship, yes, that is way much healthier.
As someone who only well, I know of the story of Beauty and the Beast, just never seen the movie to play out fully. I mean, I like it. I mean, I do like how cool and awesome Beast was in KH1, where you just travel through dimensions through sheer force of will, which is pretty explainable because he is a supernatural type being. So they played with that. And honestly, it just made him more cool in my eyes as a character. I would put this on a B tier. If I were familiar with the movie, I would probably put it on A. Next one up is Sora and Riku.
I would say romance, just because throughout the entire time, they definitely classify as friends, but I can see why people do ship these two, because I'm gonna be real, I wouldn't say that they have more chemistry than the canon pairing, but there's definitely a lot more moments that they share compared to Sora and Kairi. So I can see why shippers love that pairing, but I would stick to bromance just because I don't personally ship it, but I do love, like, how Sora, like, how do I put it? How Sora changed Riku for a better person, and Riku being, like, like, because Sora's a good boy, but, like, I like to see that, like, that Riku also, in a way, helps Sora, like, become better, like, in terms of, like, both fighting, but also to, like, I want to say he also kind of helped them, like, grow a backbone in a sense, but I'm not sure if that's the right way to describe it.
I wouldn't say that. I would say that Riku challenged Sora's view and ideology, which, well,
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
That's where I would go with this. In a romantics, it's never gonna flark and happen, but I do see why their shippers do it, because there is the rivalry Fujoshi stuff. I've seen that too many times, but here is like the most tame, and compared to others I've seen, this is like one of the healthier side of things, because like the antagonistic story ends in KH1, and throughout it's more like a cat and mouse chase.
Yeah, I don't know. I especially love how, like, in Kingdom Hearts 2, and Kingdom Hearts 3 to an extent as well, but, like, I like how in Kingdom Hearts 2, like, it's very clear that he's trying to help Sora, he's helping him.
Yeah, even helped Sora's out when he was in a coma.
Yeah, and then, and it also, like, and overall, I think Riku, this is just my personal opinion, but I think Riku was just, like, one of the best fleshed out characters in the series, because we get to see, even though we don't get to see it on screen, he got a Keyblade through his own sheer force of will, even though he lost his, the one that was intended to him, to Sora.
Yeah.
And it really showed how they grew as, like, as individuals.
Gotcha. All right, next one up is Riku, Replica and Naminé. KH3 kind of made me like, oh, okay, that's kind of sweet of him to do.
It was Chain of Memories. I thought it was actually kind of sweet, like, how he did care for her, even though their circumstances was more because, Organization 13 manipulated Naminé into making them feel like, oh, yeah, no, they've always both loved her kind of situation. So, but I want to say, yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3 allowed, I would say that it allowed him to see like a different light of Repliku, to be more like, oh, well, maybe he does like Naminé, without that influence. But I don't
Yeah.
know. I personally don't mind it, but at the same time, it doesn't end that way. So I want to say it's C tier.
Yeah, I'm on a C tier. No arguments, really. All right, next one up is these two. I genuinely do not care.
Yeah, no, but apparently a lot of fans do like to ship them, but it's more like that side pairing people will do. Like, for instance, like let's say people are shipping like Sora and Riku, and they're trying to ship like that's the type of fic where everybody shipped together, so they tend to put these two. I'm gonna go with bromance just because I see no other place to put them in.
I was thinking F, really, because like even as bromance, I don't really see those two being camaraderie.
Yeah, oh yeah, I would put it in F too.
Okay, next one up is actually a ship I really like. Surprisingly, that I didn't expect on Birth by Sleep.
Is it Aqua and Terra?
No, it's Aqua and Zack. I mean, the way he was just so casual with her, I was like, I'll take you on a bait, and her flustered response. I was surprised at how cute that was. It shows a bit of a cute side to Aqua.
I actually don't mind those moments because those were the only times that we actually got to see any other expression outside of that deadpan expression she wears throughout the entire game.
Anyway, Ansem and I See Soul. It's S tier.
Yes, it's S tier.
Bottom though, it has to be bottom though, because there's real good ships that are coming up next.
Yeah, no, but that one is perfect. I would put it in S tier as well.
Yeah. Okay, this one is F tier. If I'm gonna be honest, Sora and Xion. That's F tier.
I'm a little partial to it, but yeah, I mean, there's hardly any interaction for them to really have any type of substance.
All right, next one up is a toxic one, Xemnas and Syax.
That's F tier. I'm sorry. That is just nothing but like manipulation and borderline grooming, if you ask me.
Definitely, and I don't want to think about it anymore. Moving on. Next one up is Roxas and Sora. I get it. I'm just not into it.
I want to say more. Oh man, I would like to put it in bromance just because, but they hardly have any sort of interaction that can really classify as bromance. So I want to say low C tier.
Well, at least these two have interacted several times. Although these two I can't really say for sure did, and that being Naminé and Kairi.
I want to put them like probably D tier because the amount of interaction between the two of them is just like non-existent.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, Damex and Roxas.
Bromance because of the manga. Bromance because of the manga.
Oh yeah, definitely. I love the dynamic between these two is hilarious. I love it.
Damex, have you ever put? Oh my god.
Flip the girl switch. All right, next one up is Donald Daisy. I don't feel strongly. I'll put C, really.
Like, I love Donald and Daisy, and they have shown to have healthy dynamics in, like, actual Disney works, but here it just kind of feels kind of toxic.
Second-handed, not really much thought throughout. I mean, at least you could tell that this year's a bit more healthier, but at the same time, we don't really see much of it, and yeah, like, I don't really have much to say, really. I'll put it the same thing.
And like, if we're talking about, like, actual, like, Donald and Daisy works from, like, actual Disney stuff, that I would definitely put it, like, S tier. Same with Mickey and Minnie. Like, we know that they're married, we know that they love each other, but like there's hardly any like showcase of that in the games. So that's why I would put it at C.
Yeah, same here. Sora and Naminé.
I actually kind of do like this ship. I blame Chain of Memories because of it, even though it was, obviously fake. But I want to put it at B tier because I feel like Naminé would be a really good choice if Sora and Kairi weren't a thing.
Even though it's just blonde Kairi, but alright.
Well, yeah, but, I still think Naminé is her own individual, too.
Yeah, I know. Like, even she stated that, like they're their own characters and such. I mean, it's just visually, You feel me?
Yeah.
Alright, next one is Terra and Aqua. I like it, but I'm neutral, so I don't feel passionate about it. Like, I will put it at a good high C.
Yeah, high C would probably work, because I do like the dynamic, but at the same time, it's just like, communication was all that was needed.
Next one is Riku and Kairi. Don't care.
Kingdom Hearts 1 is the only reason I was shipping these two because, before I found out, because honestly, I felt more chemistry between these two than Sora and Kairi. And yes, I know it was blatant in my face. It's just, when I first played it, I was more partial to them. But, now that it's time gone by, it's clear that, they are more friends than anything.
Yeah, it's more like a brother-sister thing to me in my eyes.
Yeah, that is true. I don't know. Maybe I'm still partial to it because I actually do like their dynamic, at least in the first game and in the second game somewhat. But yeah, I would say like either bromance or B tier.
Yeah, bromance. All right, next one up is the most popular Naminé and Riku ship, Riku Name.
I would say like that's a good A tier right there, especially with that ending in Kingdom Hearts 3.
I would say S because of it.
Oh, okay, then yeah, that's even better. Oh, I like this ship a lot.
Xion and Naminé.
Okay, I blame their interactions. Like a lot of the times their interaction. Yes, I know it was not romantic, but just I don't know. So, they felt like personal and intimate in a sense. And then when I got to see them hanging out and looking for seashells at the end of KH3, I was like, oh, yes, I love this so much. But you know, it's very clear that it's more like friends, especially considering the fact that these two, you know, like they felt alone in a sense. Like even though Xion had like friends with her, I just felt like they kind of felt lonely.
Yeah, yeah, because one's a nobody of Kairi and one's is the memories of Kairi.
I'm a little biased towards it because I really do like their interactions and then them finding seashells at the end of it, but I know that there's nothing really beyond friendship.
I would put
I
it
guess
slightly above Naminé and Kairi. Moving on is Xion and Riku. I'm not ashamed.
I actually like this one. I actually like this one a lot.
Despite how verbally abusive Riku is. In the
I
manga,
know,
it's
and
even worse.
It hurt. Oh shoot, yeah, that's right. But I actually do like it, especially like if you like, he gets a little bit better afterwards. But I don't know. I just, I'm biased towards this one. I'll leave you the placement.
I would put it at a low D, like slightly above these two. All right, Damex and Xehanort. Why on earth is this popular?
I'm just gonna say it. I'm pretty sure it was the whole people really liked the emo and the like the emo character with the the Rockstar character and the happy puppy dynamics. Like it's like a black cat, golden retriever relationship from what I've seen people describe it as.
Huh.
But like at least up until like when you know Xehanort becomes shoot, what's his real name? I can't remember. But when he doesn't become a nobody anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the name, and I'm not gonna bother. I'm gonna yeah. Anyway, they only had like one interaction, one cutscene from memory.
Yeah, I've done a deep dive, reference included, to the Kingdom Hearts fandom, and a lot of people, from what I've seen, you know, people really just love their aesthetic a lot. Like they love the aesthetic of these two characters, and that's why they were very popular. Either that, or they were a side pairing to their favorite ship, because there was those fanfics where they just shipped everyone together just for the sake of them being together.
I'm putting it on D because I'm not letting fandom bias like deter my opinions on this. All right, next one up is, why do I have Sora and Yuffie in here? D. I'm going with D really. Maybe. Next one up is Damex and his guitar. Let's go.
S tier. S tier.
Yeah, this is basically the equivalent of people shipping Ruby Rose and her scythe gun. Aqua and Mickey. This is no, because he is married.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's bromance. I actually okay, yeah, no, F tier makes more sense. But bromance. I would have put bromance, but yeah.
Yeah, okay. Axel and Lightning Girl. Roxanne from Five Nights at Freddy's. D for me. Like, I genuinely do not care. All right, Damex and no.
That is abusive. Take that. Get that out of here.
All right, now for this one, that's probably our first A tier. Weirdly enough, that being Marluxia and Roxanne, because apparently the only reason why she's been through all this because she likes Marluxia.
I would go with A tier. It's clear that they do care for each other.
Yeah, definitely. All right, next one up is Xehanort and Luke Skywalker, the Joker, Mark Hamill, Skips.
Okay, if we're talking about young bromance, but if we're talking about like the older one, I mean, I can see why people ship it, but at the same time, it's more like he caused his death. Xehanort like planned that. Well, not planned it, but like he definitely was one of the direct results of the death.
Just like Palpatine, he improvises as he goes along. Because I refuse to believe he planned out everything. I refuse. He cannot make me believe that. Anyway, other than that, like I guess it would go on low bromance, like very, very low.
I would put it low bromance because like when they were younger, it was clear that they were friends with one another. But then, you know, afterwards, obviously he like got tempted with darkness, and then he just overall, like, he was definitely manipulating everybody one way or another, or at least in a sense, he got them involved one way or another.
Speaking of bromance, I think this one is top tier. Like, I get why people ship it, like, I get it, but like, I personally am not like into it romantic. Like, this is funny. I like the dynamic between the two, between like serious straight man and like goofy guy that likes to goof around and such, but also locks in.
Yeah, I actually do like this pairing, but I would put it at friendship only.
Donald, Goofy,
Bromance. They're at the top of the bromance.
Yeah, for real, nothing to it. Wait, the top? Oh,
actually, they are the bromance.
You're right, they are. All right, next one up is Naminé and Roxas. Apparently, this is a thing they're going for on the Remind DLC. I'm like, okay. I mean, I guess I can see why, but at the same time, I don't care.
I like it. I would definitely put it at A tier.
I would put it on A. Like, I don't feel too strongly about it. Next one up is the main couple of the series. Sora and Kairi. I like this one. This is so sweet.
Okay, I will say this right now, just to get it out of my head right now. I don't ship them because of the lack of interaction between these two that is more meaningful. I just cannot bring myself to like this. I would have liked it, but it just didn't, like, they just didn't go anywhere for me to like it enough.
For me, I like it a lot because of the action Sora has taken for Kairi. Because to me, I'm always a actions speak louder than words guy, and this definitely shows it with Sora's actually like him giving up his heart for Kairi. It becomes like a heartless, and Kairi instantly recognizes that was Sora, and then when they separate the two as simple and clean like plays, it got to me hard. And the reunite like in the game was really sweet, and the manga was so hilarious. It just made me smile.
The manga, I was definitely shipping them. I felt like, oh, I kind of like this, but the actual games, I did not. I need to put it S tier. I will not argue.
Where would you put it?
I guess I would put it B tier because it's very clear they do care for one another and they do grow to love each other, especially in KH3. But again, it's just with how Kairi is depicted, treated, and just how these two never really get a moment to breathe and just, you know, get to interact with each other that didn't involve like some life or death situation, I probably would have been shipping it.
Last ship, and it's my personal favorite of this tier list, and that being Roxas and Xion.
Roxas and Xion. S tier. That one I actually love with a passion. I love these two so dang much. I cry every time up until KH3 where they just, it's just tragic. Like everything, like, oh my god. I mean, I will say this right now, they definitely feel more like friends for the majority of the time, but I love their freaking relationship so damn much that I do not care that they're only friends for the most part.
I feel like this is what you wanted from Sora and Kairi, because we do see more of the domestic stuff, weirdly enough, in the 358 Days manga.
To me, that's what I wanted in Sokai. This is what I wanted in Sokai, and they don't give us to us. And this is the biggest reason why, for me, I will not argue about the Sokai ship, because this is what I see. This is how I see that if it weren't for this is how their relationship would probably play out. We got it with Roxas and Xion, and I'm okay with that.
I actually owned the light novel version of 358 over 2 days. After Xion disappeared, we have like a moment of Roxas' eternal monologue, like searching for Sora. He keeps repeating himself, Xion, Xion, Xion. And we have like the narrator saying like he keeps repeating the words of the girl that he never wants to forget. Like, oh man, like it's tragic.
Hurt.
The fact that Xion went this far for Roxas, like even as it can we take it as platonic or romantic. It's strong as platonic, and it's just as strong as romantic because it shows her deep care for her friend because it's the right thing to do. Like she sacrificed her existence for him, which is like regardless of if you want to take it as platonic or romantic, is strong. That is really strong, and I love it for that.
Yeah, and the thing is, you know, like going on with the whole, it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic or platonic. Like either argument, love it goes many ways. It goes very many ways, and it shows just how much she did love Roxas, whether it be a friend, whether it be like a brother, or whether it be as a partner.
Even if they don't get together in the main game, that's fine. I was never into Cage for the shipping. I was into the Cage for the wonderful, well, I wouldn't say wonderful story, but for the entertaining, good story, the lovable characters, and the amazing gameplay and soundtrack. But yeah, I love this pair. Like, people say like, oh, why? It's not incest. It's not. They're completely different characters.
Yeah, didn't they confirm it that like now like that their heart, like their identities and hearts were separate? They become their own individuals at this point.
Yeah, it also, like, she was always technically her own character because she was a replica that is absorbing Roxas's power. It just took on the form of the person Sora takes care of, deeply cares for the most, which was Kairi. I generally really do love this pair. It makes me smile. Man, I love this pair so much. I think that's all the KH ships, and I am satisfied with this list. You?
Yeah, for the most part, I'm very satisfied with it.
Even with places I know you disagree with, you really have no real arguments against it.
I'm biased towards a lot of my ships, but I'm not gonna argue with people saying, "Oh no, this deserves to be on this placement," because, again, we all have a right to like and dislike what we want, as well as like you. Because how do I say it? I have pairings that I love to death. Like, not necessarily Kingdom Hearts exclusive. There are pairings that I love to death, but I would never place it above certain tiers because of what happened in the show or series or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me, Zerda, for this video. I greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, if you're ever watching, let me know what your favorite Kingdom Hearts ship is down below. I would like to read them. And thank you so much for watching, and hope you I'll have a fantastic day. You stand so tall.